really good USF ball club. We knew they'd be scrappy like they were. Today's always a tough day because you're trying to manage out what you can do, and so I think us taking advantage of some swings, two really good ones by Amaya here, and just shut down defense and pitching with Ash, was really good for us today. So really proud of our squad. We've worked really hard to be in this position, and we're excited about a rest night tonight and a dogfight tomorrow.
Questions?
Coach, can you talk about Ash getting, I think, 11 of 15 outs she got was ground balls, including up to 2 double plays?
Yeah, it's good. Just kidding. I think we have a really good bullpen. Our pitching staff has really started to own, and I would say led by Ashton, what she went through last year as a freshman, and a lot of people don't know what this time of year requires, and I think she's been really good and consistent all season long. So she's definitely owned her drop ball and locations and being able to mix speeds. And then, has given the right to Julie to own a rise ball and Jazzy to own a curve ball. And so we have different options when we need different options. And so, yes, for today, the management of the game, outstanding. Didn't have her change up like she wanted to, but last year might have freaked her out and this year didn't. And, I think she can turn around and just look to the defense and get herself out of some innings, and there's some confidence in that. So I would say that's a little bit of experience and, her mindset growth, but also her great skill sets too.
Coach, obviously you saw Auburn jumped out ahead yesterday, but couldn't seal the win. How important was it, or I guess how impressed were you to see that you guys also jumped out ahead, but you just completely neutralized USF? You didn't give them hardly any chance to come back.
Shutdown innings are big for us. I think that's something that we've talked about all season long is when we score, can we have shutdown innings? And, I think when you're commanding drop balls and you're commanding ground balls, you can get yourself out of a lot of situations. So I think that, again, goes back to Ashton's leadership and our defense on that side. Every team in postseason right now is dangerous. You can go up by 5 or 6 in the first, and there's a lot of ball game left, and that's what happened yesterday. And when you're facing a team that knows how to fight, and both those teams do, they're going to go to the very last pitch. So, I think we just manage the game as it goes along. And, the first inning is the first inning, and then the second, then we got to close it out. So I just think we did a good job of staying present, do what we need to do.
Ashton, can you even explain or describe how different it is, how you feel going into a game like this today compared to last year when you've never done it before?
Yeah, definitely calming. I felt obviously been there before. Just knowing that the defense had my back and trusting Kocha, trusting all my infielders behind me, just knowing everyone's going to be 10 toes down for me. And I think just the experience that I had last year and being in this moment just made it a lot easier today.
Maya, can you talk about being a veteran and just staying ready and get your opportunity capitalizing like you did today?
Yeah, for sure. We just talk about it this year. Every single one of us is a piece of the puzzle, all 21. So we're all ready whenever our number is called. We're ready to execute for the team whatever we need, whatever role or capacity that is. So just always staying ready is just something that we talk about a lot.
Ashton, can you talk about the mental preparation you went through heading into this? Because it seemed like you're just doubted from the very first pitch.
Yeah, just trusting my pitches. We've prepped all year for this moment to be in this moment and not making the game bigger than what it is and just going out there first inning, like Coach has said, second inning, taking it inning by inning, pitch by pitch, and just trying to execute every single pitch.
Maya, on those two home runs you hit, what pitches were you looking for, and did it surprise you at all?
Yeah, for both of those pitches, I was looking for the pitches that I hit. So I think just being able to go in there confident, knowing, trusting in my plan, and just being able to execute when I got my pitch was something big that helped.
Kind of fun for me in the third inning interview. They asked, they always ask questions, and they're like, what has Amaya done this year that has made her a versatile, bat off the bench or, whatever she is. But it's what she's done 3 years before this. And I think that her confidence and her swings are coming out because of the time she's put in for 3 years. So it gives us as a coaching staff the opportunity, just like a battery now, we have an offense that we can utilize in different situations with drop balls and rise balls. And they believe it and trust in it. And it's Amaya's hard work that's really shown up for us. And it's pretty awesome.
How confident, Coach, are you in the offense continuing its surge throughout this tournament? Because yesterday you guys were stringing together a lot of big hits. Today it seems like you're getting a lot of offense through the long ball. So
yeah, uber confident. We're the number 5 seed in the country. I think there's just no. There's no looking back at what if. You are who you are when you get here, and I think we sit in this room and we scout and we talk as a team and can we just jump in the water and be about it? And this team's doing that right now. So I think, obviously we'll get to some pitchers that are pretty good as you start to level out, and you get to 16 teams and that kind of stuff. but then you got to go to other weapons that you have, which we have speed and short game. So I think that's the one thing that we've always been pretty good at is owning our offense and doing what we do, and then owning our pitching and defense on the other side. And so if you can't be who you are at this point, then you're going to get exposed a lot.
Lonnie, Ashton talked about the defense, but, how proud are you of there's a couple of, still younger players in that infield and just how well they played in these situations?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes there's an expectation, like you expect. I mean, we practice every single day. So you guys get to see games, but we're out here every day. And, how we practice is how we play, and how we play is how we practice. So I don't think there's any surprises when we see the things that we are capable of doing. The biggest thing for us is to get in moments like this and be able to be present. And so when you could see smiles and relaxation and connection between Bueno and Jay on a throw, and they kind of laugh about that, they're comfortable and they're present. So I think that's the biggest thing to me is we've got to be able to make sure that we stay present in these moments, because our ability to field and to run down stuff and be athletic, is something that we see every day. It's just a matter of how connected are we on the field.
And Amaya, you had the big swings, but can you talk about the way Issa kind of gets things going offensively?
Yes, Issa definitely is our spark plug at the top of the lineup, and she just always sets the tone and is just so confident in her ability and just all of her tools. And just I think the whole entire lineup, 1 through 9, we're all just in her back hip pocket, and we're just so proud of her and just so happy that she's on our team.
Ashton, Coach just talked about how there aren't any surprises, and you guys work every day, but how much more faith does it give you when you see your teammates get 2 quick double plays to kind of get you out of trouble? Does that give you a little bit even more confidence that you can pitch any pitch and they're on their game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we have a plan coming in on what I'm going to get, and I get a lot of drop balls. So runner on first, like, we're already turning around, like, here we go, like, double play. We're always talking. But, like, super cool, like, turn around. They're on the right spot. They do so much work with TCAM and scouting, just knowing where to be at, what players to be at. And I think that as a pitcher, it's super cool just to know that I can throw my pitch and trust my pitch, and that they're going to have my back to get me out of whatever situation I get myself in.
Amaya, we know that anybody who can come in second in the home run derby on senior night has power. I mean, that's just a given. But do you feel like you're coming down to the clutch and the end of the season, you're kind of finding your groove even more?
Yeah, I think just a big part for me is just like staying in it. We talk about it. The game doesn't know whether you're 0 for or what your batting average is going into the postseason. It can be any one pitch that can change the game. So just like Coach has said, staying present and just remaining confident in your plan and just staying in it every single pitch. It's been a big part.
Maya, what you like about what the crowd just chanted, Ross, you hit a homer. How much good to feel that from the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great, and I feel like our fans are just the best, and they're like our family, so it's just great to be back at home and play in front of our fans.
Got time for 2 more?
Coach, even though South Florida has a lot of righties in the lineup, you still went with Ashton today. What were you thinking from her that made you think that she could give you this type of performance, even against the kind of a right-hand heavy lineup?
I don't think the lefty-righted matchup is so much a thing for me, I guess. It's more of the kind of power that we're facing and maybe the kind of offense that they run. So they handled the up pitch pretty well yesterday. I mean, we were going to go to Ashton anyway today. She was going to be our Saturday kid anyway today. So, but you had to figure out how to maybe possibly manage 2 games at some point. But yeah, no. And then, when she was commanding the zone pretty good, and she's done a good job of prepping herself. A lot of this is the weight room now too, because when it's hot here, we want to be here, but it's hot here and it can be quite draining, and your velo go down and your movement's going to go down. But she stays in a pretty good spot, so we were able to extend her a little bit. Mm-hmm.
And Ashton, you're told before the game that you're starting, or is it the night before, or how early do you know that you're starting, that you can prepare, as Coach was talking about?
An hour?
Yeah.
An hour? All right, so not much. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nice thing about it, I think they're all prepared, and our pitching staff could be called upon at any point at any time of the game. So I think that they've got a really good feel of starting, relieving, closing, whatever it might be. So, yeah. But,
Do you
yeah.
pitch differently if you're starting as opposed to relieving?
No. I mean, just have to think you're going in regardless if there's bases loaded or you're starting the game. I mean, you're in there to do a job, and you're still throwing the same pitch I was going to throw if I was starting or in relief, and just knowing that we have a staff, so if I can't get it done, someone else is going to get it done. So just trusting what I'm doing and my process and my plan is regardless of starting or coming in.
Ira's going to have the last one.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, how do you handle, like, there's 2 more games today, but it's obviously hot out there. Do you want them to go home, stay here? How do you handle it?
Home, yeah, yeah, home. We're so lucky to have games on TV, you know, so that's nice to go home. And I mean, obviously, we have a lot of family in town, so I want them to spend time with family, but then I want some downtime and relax time and get in bed early tonight kind of thing. So that's the advantage, you know, by winning today is you get that opportunity to be in the AC and get after that. So yeah, and then we'll come back tomorrow and figure out, you know, obviously tonight we'll know, but then we'll figure out a game plan for tomorrow. Yeah.